The next thing that we find in the traditions and in the Holy Quran is Salatul layl. Salatul layl. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, there's a hadith that says, Inna salat al-mu'min fil layl tudhibu ma amila bin nahari min as-sayyiati wal-dhunub. The prayer of the believer at night washes away the sins he committed during the day. Brothers and sisters, it's impossible to reach the highest levels of spirituality if you sleep all night. It's impossible. I want to share with you a story from Sheikh Ja'far Kashif al-Ghita. Sheikh Ja'far Kashif al-Ghita was one of our scholars who lived many decades ago in the holy city of Najaf. He was a mujtahid of the highest eminence. He was living in Najaf. He was teaching in Najaf. He had many students. He had a habit of waking up about an hour and a half before Salatul Fajr to go and pray Salatul layl in the haram of Amir al-Mu'mineen salawatullahi alayhi. But that's not the best part of the story. He had a young son. He had a son that he used to wake up to pray Salatul layl. We don't even wake up our kids for Salatul Fajr. Sheikh Ja'far Kashif al-Ghita wakes up his teenage son. And you know how difficult it is to wake up teenagers? He wakes up his teenage son to pray Salatul layl. But look at what happens one night. Picture it. It's a winter night in the holy city of Najaf. I know what winters feel like in Najaf because I had to walk through the alleyways. He wakes up his son. When you're a teenager, you feel like your body needs 15 hours of sleep. Sheikh Ja'far comes to his son. It's an hour and a half before Fajr. He says, Qum ya bunay, rise up, so we can go and pray and recite munajat near our Mawla, Amir al-Mu'mineen, and spend that time in worship. His son tells him that I'm not ready, you go and I'll catch up with you. Sheikh Ja'far Kashif al-Ghita, because he's a Najafi scholar, he knew that if he left, his son's not going to follow him. So he stands there and he says, I'll wait for you to get ready. You know, when your father's a mujtahid, there's not much that you can say to him. So he reluctantly gets out of bed, performs wudu, and the father is waiting patiently for his son. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He waits patiently for his son to get ready, and then they go together to the haram. They live walking distance away from the shrine. So they're walking in the middle of the night, on that cold night, through the alleys of Najaf. Sheikh Ja'far is looking at his son. He's glancing at him. The son is begrudgingly walking to the haram until they reach the gate. Sheikh Ja'far sees that there is a beggar at the gate. He takes advantage of a teachable moment. Sheikh Ja'far wanted to be like Ibrahim, who talks to his son. He wants to be like Luqman, who gives advice to his son. He takes advantage of a teachable moment and he says, "Oh my son, what is this man doing?" The young boy says, "He's begging." Sheikh Ja'far says, "How much do you think he's going to get?" The son says, "I don't know, maybe a few dirhams, nothing substantial, a little bit of money, nothing much." Sheikh Ja'far, he says, "Oh my son, do not be less ambitious than this beggar. This beggar left the comfort of his bed, left his family, walked all the way here in the middle of this cold night, sat on the cold ground, extended his hand, because maybe someone will give him something. Allah in the Quran, what does He say about those who pray Salatul layl? فَلَا تَعْلَمُ نَفْسٌ مَّا أُخْفِيَ لَهُمْ مِنْ قُرَّةِ أَعْيُنٍ جَزَاءً بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. No soul can perceive what Allah has prepared for those who rise up in the middle of the night. This ayah is about Salatul layl. If this beggar made all of these sacrifices because maybe he might not get anything, but the possibility of a monetary reward was enough for him to get up. Allah didn't say maybe. Allah says guaranteed. You come to me and I'll open the eye of your heart. Salatul layl.